Hi, Mimao Ache, Mimao Wajo. Or baby be out me be a made us a soldier bread. Now tea words of hope. Jumedi say the bro and of a beer. And then your two days said dominate. Say I can so dominate be a woody be so. Said in a couple of we as necessary mono or the nipper senior masun say in this one. You can carry Genesis chapter 1 verse 28. Also be fruitful and multiply, and have dominion over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. Into all the to me I did adhere so, to me I did share adhere so, God created humanity not to live in defeat but to dominate. Into Yakopo Amoy saying Kubu Bibindi so, Bibi in fire so no name of boy and say, Yin Dibi so. The Emum Bonibe Riasino, the original plan of God changed. And your man Kanyamiashi Shama and in bonnet and in Sabakai. However, still we have the power to dominate. Say the Hunina Tunyakoponswa. Dominion means authority, influence, and control under God's guidance. See, if we are say on the domination come, but I had the air can say if you are dominating in the kingdom business, if you are dominating in God, let's just say you are under God's guidance. The believer is not designed to be controlled by fear. No. And say we jidinia. Nyame enye hihye bia se wobetena ehum anase wodi ehum betena se. So you are not supposed to fear sin, the circumstances of life. Nyoma bebre atwa ehum hia no, you are not part. So dedikai you have to dominate sin. As say unya to me won so. Romans chapter 6 verse 14 also, for sin shall not have dominion over you. Yes, boni we are say ye boni de nensese boni di so. So through Christ, believers have power to overcome sin. So sin should not make your decisions. It shouldn't be your habit, and it shouldn't be your destiny. And victory over sin is the first step to living a dominating Christian life. I was for say we di bonisun kunima. Just why you couldn't do for Christianity ni na no. Just why you couldn't do for kese because we di bonisun kunima enkwaje hihye no edimo di ama boni eni Nyankopon tena eni na enim sa. So ene wasori no pe bomodin the from so one would kiti a edua wo mu de wontumi hye ho so no say rade ma metumi a me debedi so. You dominate over fear. 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7. For God had not given us the spirit of fear, but power. Nyame ama yentumi, oma yetumi se fendi ade nyina so. It is say bibi ehunehuna wo. Fear weakens your destiny. Say wo ye obi a wo ye hu a, e ma wo da achi wa brabo no kra wo bo no kra no. E ma wontumi hu anu ye. But God has given believers power. Oma ye power, oma ye odo, oma ye a sound mind. Because you have a sound mind and you have power, you can dominate over fear. Because you have dominated over sin already, and you are dominating over fear. To be so able to and found or be so the bay and found and open because you have the power to dominate. When fear disappears, faith begins to dominate. So you dominate through faith. You dominate through faith. 1 John chapter 5 verse 4. I said, this is the victory that overcomes the world, even our faith. Faith is the weapon that gives believers victory over the world. In fact, GDA pe ene betumi yi hu afiri ho. GDA ne betumi mo tutu anamon SC Christo diemu na fe we this boni sunkunim. So it is all person udi unam Christo so di wiase ne ne nioma sunkunima. Ese unya GDA kese Onyankopon. Ese wote asese de mi ko hie erade betumi aye. Ese me sha ase na meti asese o how ye aye be erade betumi aye, and that will elevate you to dominate the airbound subia. The me person me can and neni nyina ma wote asese say God created you to exercise dominion, not to live in defeat. Through those who conquer sin and fear will experience victory in life. Faith in God is the key that empowers believers to dominate their challenges. Yet was sinyami too for say and pays wama yate wonsam. Wama yensem actually say indi nyoma sofisel wadibomuno. You design man to dominate. Radia bra yepi obonsambe bade enso ma 2 million ahodia. Idibet me dinisun kunim boni sun kunim yɛde betumi adi ɔhaw ne ehu so nkonim na sɛ yɛkɔ na yɛba asomdwem ne ehu so wadi nkonim ama yɛde n'ase ama wɔ Yesu din mu ti amen.